So there are a lot of medium weapons in the finals. Some guns are good, and others got heavily nerfed. In this video, I will go over all the weapons for the medium class in the finals. I will give you my opinion on them and tell you which ones are good or bad, and make a tier list ranging from S, which is the meta, to D, which is pretty self-explanatory. So without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. The first weapon I wanted to talk about was the AKM. This gun is in a weird place for me because it's not exactly a bad choice, but there are so many other options that you could choose. The damage is alright, the range is alright, really the only thing that's kind of carrying it is the mag size, which is pretty good. And all those things combined just make the weapon pretty average. You can definitely do well and get high ranks with this gun, but there are many others that would do it quicker and better. For that, I'm going to put it in A. Pretty average weapon that is easy to understand and great for new players, but not really good up against the competition. Next on my list is the FCAR. This gun is basically just a better version of the AKM in almost every way. The damage is much higher, the range is about the same, and the recoil is much more manageable. The only thing that brings this gun down a little bit is the mag size. But as long as you reload in between fights, you should be set to do very well in casual or ranked play. Because of all those reasons, I'm going to put this one in S. Overall, just a great weapon. Now we have the R357, or the Revolver as most people call it. This weapon is very mixed in reviews in the finals community. Some people think it's garbage because it's impossible to hit shots. Other, more skilled players think that it's an amazing weapon if you have good enough aim to use it. Me personally, I would have to agree that the Revolver is a very good weapon, but if you don't have good aim or are new to shooters in general, I would not recommend using this gun. So I'm going to put it in A. It's great if you know how to use it and have good aim and mechanics, but if you don't have those two things, then you're probably going to struggle with this weapon. Next up is the Pike. This gun used to be used by many pros because of its good DPS, controllable recoil, and amazing damage. Then came Season 8, and this gun fell off hard. Basically everyone stopped using it and switched to either the LH1 on light or the Chimera when it came out in Season 10. Looking at this gun now, it would be a pretty bad pick for rank or even casual play because of the heavy nerf it received. I guess I could see myself getting some kills with this gun, but it would take much longer than another weapon like the Revolver or Chimera. So I'm going to put it in C. Not the worst thing ever, but pretty bad. Moving on, I have the Chimera. Just like the Pike, this gun got a pretty big nerf in Season 10 that may have made some players move off it. But unlike the Pike, the weapon itself can be pretty viable if you position yourself correctly. The damage isn't too bad and the accuracy is very good. Definitely a great pick if you like poke weapons like the LH1 or Revolver. There are some good guns that are better picks though, so for that reason I'm going to put it in B. A pretty decent pick for casual, but not a great pick if you want to do well in ranked. A great pick for casual players would definitely be the P90. This gun is basically an SMG for medium. With manageable recoil and a very high fire rate, the P90 can do great in close ranges. The only thing I can really say is bad about this weapon is the range. If you aren't literally right in front of your target, you're going to struggle to do damage or get kills in casual or even higher elos. If you have good mechanics and know how to use good movement items like the shockwave or jump pad, you could do very well with this gun. Because of that, I'm going to put this in A. Good if you have good movement and mechanics, but not great if you are new to shooters. After that, I have the Cerberus. Not many people really use this weapon anymore. This gun is a fire shotgun with 3 bullets, has a pretty decent spread, and good damage up close. The big problem with this weapon though is that you have to be very close to get kills. Even the fire effect basically becomes useless after around 20 meters. Even some players with great movement can't get value with this gun because you're a pretty easy target to kill after your bullets run out. For that, I'll put this weapon in C. not a great pick even for pro players. Next on the list is the dual blades. These used to be an amazing pick for casual, and even some people used to use it for ranked. And in my opinion, I think it is still a good pick if you just want to pick up a weapon and have fun. Since it is a melee weapon, obviously you're going to have to be pretty close to your enemy to do well with it, but if you start getting shot at, you can just block the bullets coming at you with the deflect option. It's also much easier to counter with the shockwave or the quick melee's kick, so for that, I'll put it in B, an alright choice for casual. Now we have the Famas. This weapon was used by almost every medium in season 7 to 8. The damage was amazing, the range was good, and the recoil was basically non-existent. Since then, Embark has nerfed this gun more and more until there was almost no reason to use it. But in the current state of the finals, this weapon actually isn't that bad of a pick for any players, new or pro. Sure, there are better options like the FCAR or AKM, but you could still do very well with this weapon. For that, I'm going to put it in B. Usable, but there are better weapons out there for ranked. Next up is the repeater. I really don't have much to say about this gun. I don't really use it that much because of the other options the medium have. But when I have used this weapon, I kind of felt like it wasn't hitting that hard. I would hit a shot on someone who probably has an AR automatic weapon, and by the time I load another bullet into my gun, they just beam me out the sky. If I try to move around so they can't hit me, I miss all my shots. I guess if you're more skilled with aim, you could use this gun, but for me it just feels inconsistent. I'm gonna put it in C. It could work if you got better aim and mechanics, but I would rather use something else. Moving on, we have the model. This just feels like a worse version of the repeater. It is technically a shotgun, so to do well you'd have to be pretty close to your target, but it also has a much longer range than any other shotgun in the game. The spread is pretty tight, so you would have to have pretty good aim to use it. But if you have to use a shotgun that requires aim, you might as well use the KS-23 on heavy or the Revolver on medium. It just doesn't seem like a viable choice to me when it acts more like a DMR with increased damage up close. For those reasons, I'm going to put it in C. I just don't really see why you would use it. Oh no, this is something that I'm doing from the future, but I feel like I kind of did the repeater kind of dirty. I get that like it was a hard weapon for me to use, but it doesn't mean that like it was that bad, so I'm changing it to B. For the final weapon on this tier list, I have the Riot Shield. This weapon used to annoy me a lot, and if I was ranking weapons in season 9 or even 8, I would immediately put this in D. But with the melee changes and the decreased damage when hitting with melee inaccurately, this weapon isn't as hard as it was to counter anymore. As for using it, the Riot Shield definitely isn't a terrible choice, and I wouldn't be mad if I saw someone using it. It's just kind of a forgettable weapon in my eyes. Not bad to use, but also not bad to counter. So for that, I'll be putting it in C. An average weapon overall, but not good enough to be in B. And that's it for the rankings. Here's the final list. I hope all you guys agreed, and if you didn't, it is just my opinion, so no need to get mad over it. Anyway, I really tried to get this video out yesterday because yesterday was the 4-year anniversary of me posting videos. I've technically had this account for 6 years, but I have been posting videos for 4 years, so I really did want to get it out on the anniversary. It would have been special, but anyway, since I didn't, I just want to say happy 4-year anniversary. I'm very grateful to have you guys on this channel for so long, especially with all the videos I've done very well. I've read all the comments. I will read all the comments on this video. I'm just very grateful to have this. Thank you guys so much. But yeah, I spent a long time, just like last video, working on the script. I really tried my hardest with this video, so hope you guys enjoy. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.